Hey everybody, it's Scott Scheller from Extreme Performance Training Systems, and in today's video we're going to look at a full body strength workout you can do with bands. The bands that I'm going to utilize today are these full circular bands. Back in the day it was Jump Stretch that made these bands, but now there's many manufacturers. You can find these online from Westside Barbell, from Elite Fitness Systems. You can find all kinds of different ones on Amazon as well. So this is the type of band that we're going to use for this specific full body workout. These bands that are full circle like this can be choked if you got a pull-up bar. They can be wrapped around door handles, and we'll talk about different ways you can anchor the bands. Sometimes you can even get a door jamb that's kind of like a nylon loop that you just close the door on, and that creates an opportunity for something that you can loop the bands through as well. So the exercises that we're going to do today are going to utilize our body, or I'm just going to use my adjustable pull-up bar, but you can use the top of a door. Just open up a door. You can throw these over the door and suspend that way too. For these suspended exercises, that works pretty well. And then something that you can anchor them chest high. Sometimes people will open up a door and they'll wrap the band around doorknobs. Just make sure that whatever you're anchoring the band against cannot fall over when you pull against it. All right. So the first exercise that we're going to look at is our squat with the bands. Now to do the squat, you're just going to take one of the bands, drape it over your neck, and then bend over so that you can stand on the other end of the band. And what this is going to do, it's going to use our body to create the tension on the band. So from here, we're just going to squat back and down into our nice full squat, and then standing back up. So from the side. So that's our banded squat. The second exercise that we're going to look at is a back exercise. So there's a couple different exercises that you can do. We're going to do a row variation. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my band and I'm going to loop it around the upright of my pull-up bar. And then I'm just going to pull back toward me like so. Now there's a couple different ways you could do this. You can, if you don't have something to anchor the band around, you can do what we call band pull apart. So holding the band out in front of you so that you've got about a shoulder width grip on the band, you're just going to, with a straight arm or a slight bend in the elbow, you're going to squeeze the shoulder blades together and pull that band across your chest. This is another good way to activate the muscles of the upper back if you don't have anything to anchor the band on. Okay. There's two different options for anchoring the band. One, you can just wrap it around a pole. The other, you can pull a full choke on the band. And then from there, you just pull the band back and apart in a rowing motion. So there's three variations for the upper back. You got two different types of band rows as well as the band pull aparts. The next thing that we're going to do is good morning. So this is a great hip hinge exercise. This is kind of like a deadlifting movement. Just like the squat, we're going to take a band, we're going to hang it over the neck. And we're going to squat down so that we can stand on the band. And instead of squatting, what we're going to do is we're going to hinge at the hip, almost like we're doing a kettlebell swing. So we call these banded good mornings. It's like holding a barbell on the back and doing your good morning exercise. But it's less of a squat and it's more of a hinge. See, folding at the hips, stretching out the hamstrings, the glutes, and the lower back, and then performing hip extension to raise the tension on the band. So that's our banded good morning. Now, I'm going to show you another great upper body exercise that you could do. If you're looking for ways to make your push-up a little bit harder, you can do it with the band. So what you want to do for this one is you want to take your band, put one turn in it, so you're making an X with the band, and then you can hold the ends of the band in your hands like so. Take the band and put it around the back side of the body, and then we're going to get down on the deck and we're going to do our push-ups. So you see how this is going to provide some additional resistance with the band. So again, that is the banded push-up. The next exercise that we're going to look at a couple arm variations with the bands. One is the bicep curl. Stand on one end of the band, and you can do this as a single arm curl if you want to take the mini or one of your lighter bands and then just perform a bicep curl against the band. To get more tension, you can choke a little bit lower on the band. It's going to increase the difficulty of the exercise, or you could just move up to the next size in band resistance. Another variation of bicep curl is to do both hands at the same time. For this, you probably want a little bit stronger band. Standing on the band, getting equal tension in the hands, and then curling the band up. So again, there's a couple different variations of the bicep curl with the bands. Now we want an exercise for the triceps, so we're going to look at a tricep extension, show you a couple different variations you can do with that. One is like doing an overhead extension, like a French press. What you're going to do is take a band, hold it behind the head, and then with the other hand, you can anchor at the bottom so that you can do your tricep extension with the band like so. And then a second variation is to choke a band over a pull-up bar or a rafter in your basement or your garage, or you could just hang the end over an open door. That works really well too. And you're just going to hang on to the band and then perform tricep extensions, pushing down and apart on the band, locking the elbows all the way out. So those are two variations of some tricep exercises that you could do with the bands. To finish up, we want to make sure we get an ab exercise, since we've gotten an upper body push, we've got an upper body pull, we've got a squat, we've gotten a hinge, we've gotten our all-important biceps and triceps, get those beach muscles. And then the next variation for the abdominal exercise, there's two that I want to show you. One is a standing ab curl, so anchoring the band over the top of a door or a rafter. Again, anything you anchor the band to, just make sure it can't tip over. So we're going to take the band on each side, put a strand on each side of the head, and then from here, anchoring the band against the chest by letting the fists rest against the chest and shoulders, we're just going to do a forward bend like a standing ab curl, and then come right back up. Again, to get more tension, you either choke up higher on the band or you go with a heavier band resistance. That's why I like this set of bands. Between the mini, between the light, the average, and then the strong band, I can get a lot of tensions. And it's really easy to make sure that I'm using an appropriate load depending on the strength of the exercises, strength of the muscles that I'm using in the exercise. So that's our standing ab curl. The other variation is the rotational, the side-to-side ab, standing ab curl. So for this one, what I want to do is I want to anchor the band to one side of the body. So here I'm anchoring the band to my left side, letting the fists rest against the upper chest and the shoulder area. I'm going to step forward with my opposite foot. And then what I'm trying to do is take this shoulder and bring the band and that shoulder down to the knee, to the opposite side of the body. So I'm throwing a little rotation into my standing abdominal curl. This is going to make it a little bit more intensive on the obliques. Okay, we go to the other side. This time I'm bringing the bands to my right shoulder. I'm stepping forward with my left foot. And I'm going to do a standing ab curl, rotating across to that front knee. All right, so what I want to do is just show a nice variation in a full body workout that you could do with the bands. Really, you can do anything with the bands that you could do with dumbbells or with pulleys in the gym. It's just one way to kind of make sure that you're able to get a good full body workout in with more of a minimalistic approach to equipment. So again, the bands, they're fairly inexpensive. They're something great to have. You can keep them in your gym bag and use them at the gym, take them with you. And when you're stuck training at home like we are now during the whole coronavirus crisis that's going on, these make an easy addition to increase the versatility of your home gyms. A lot of people that I've spoken to, they have only got maybe a set of pull-up bars and dip bars. Well, with that, with the bands, you can anchor them to the pull-up bars, to the dip bars, to allow you to do more reps in the pull-ups or the dips, and you can start implementing some of these other upper body and lower body exercises that I went over today. So hopefully you like this video. Again, this is a full body band workout. In some future videos, we're going to look at some body weight exercises and then some dumbbell exercises. Again, keeping the theme here, this minimalistic home gym approach. So if you've liked this video, be sure to share it with somebody that you might find or that you think might benefit from this video. Make sure that you subscribe to my YouTube channel for updates on future videos. And if you've got any suggestions for any other topics, any exercises, any workouts you'd like to see, please leave those in the comments or email me at scott@eptsgym.com. And until next time, stay strong and stay healthy.